What's going on, guys? Wayne here, and welcome to another video, and welcome to another edition of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Wishlist, and may the 4th be with you. LOL. Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan, sorry, I couldn't help it. So sorry, guys. Anyway, let's get to the topic at hand, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Wishlist. Today we are talking about story. Now, yeah, this is a wide topic, but I'm going to try and keep it really brief and very narrowed down. Now, since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the main narrative of Assassin's Creed in terms of Revelations and AC3 have been somewhat lacking, in my opinion. Now, that's not to say they've got good character stories. They have. Revelations has the story of Ezio, searching for the keys of Altair and learning the secrets of Altair and all that good stuff, while at the same time Connor is going through a coming of age story where he's balancing his native heritage with the Assassin's Creed and his relationship between his father, who's a Templar, and the overall revenge story to kill Charles Lee. The character narratives are great, but it's what that story is within is the problem, and the character narrative is mainly obviously it's the character arc, but you've obviously got the story, like the overall story narrative, so that's linked together by the missions, the cutscenes, and where the events of the game are going to flow. Yeah, Revelations and AC3 have been slightly disappointing, mainly because Revelations was about, essentially at its core, two brothers trying to fight over Daddy's crown when he drops dead, whereas AC3 was about the American Revolution, and that, being European, being English, it isn't really something that really intrigued me. I really did try, I will admit, I really did try, but with all the characters that come in and out and all the events like Bunker Hill and Valley Forge, those things didn't really hit a core in me where they would probably do in an American gamer. I'm not saying they're bad, far from it. Actually, I'm saying Revelations is a bit shit, let's face it, but AC3 is a really good game, and I'm not saying AC3 is bad, I'm just saying it didn't appeal to me as much as something like AC1, 2, and Brotherhood. And even now to this day, in my honest opinion, the bar in terms of story is Assassin's Creed 2. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2, in my opinion, has got the best story. It's a great coming-of-age story that follows Ezio from birth, literally, and he grows up, and you see him evolve as a character. You see him go under physical change. You hear his voice change, and you see him evolve from this young playboy Florentine to this assassin, and even then, it's a great story. No one can really argue with it. I honestly think no one could pitch up an argument and say the story, there's a better story in Assassin's Creed than AC2. It's a masterpiece. It really is. Now the big question is, is that because it's a Patrice Désilets game? That's the thing that always keeps cropping up. The fact that Patrice Désilets hasn't properly worked on an Assassin's Creed game since Brotherhood, and he was let go halfway through Brotherhood, and all that sort of stuff. Since then, the games have been, somewhat lacking and not to the standard that AC2 was. Now, is that because Patrice Désilets is a great creative director? Fucking damn right it is. He was a master at his craft. He loved and idolized this world and this game and just embodied it. But I'm not saying the other creative directors weren't good or weren't passionate about it. Of course they were. This is their baby. You spend 3+ years working on a game. Of course you were going to become attached to it, and of course you want to do your best with it. I'm just saying, the masterpiece that Patrice Désilets created has been a bar, and it's not been met. Now, coming to Assassin's Creed 4, I'm praying that this bar is met with AC4. I mean, there's so much potential in the world, in the pirate world, and and just the simple notion of fantasizing as well. You know, um, ki- every guy at one point or another as a kid fantasized about being a pirate. Like whether they watched Peter Pan or you know the Muppet Treasure Island, the original Treasure Island, Cutthroat Island, all these great pirate movies from for like when I was a kid, like I'm 24 now. When I was a kid, it was all those classic pirate movies. Now, like today, you've got the likes of Pirates of the Caribbean as well. So it's definitely a world that at one point or another, every single guy has fantasized about and fantasized as being a pirate as a kid. Like, do not argue. Like, you know, seriously, every kid always wanted to be a pirate when they grew up. It's the same. They always wanted to be an astronaut and a policeman. Or a firefighter. Pirate was always one of the first, like, no doubt. So that being said, that there's great potential there. So a lot of the fan service and the roleplay elements are already practically achieved there. You know, we're playing as a pirate. You know, we're in this pirate world. We get to sail this ship. You know, this roleplay fantasy element is already there. Now all that's left is to craft a good story about that. Now, will they do it the same way as AC2? I want it to. I want to see Edward grow as a character. I wanted to see him start off young when he's a pirate, and you see him get older and older and older. I just don't mean, oh, here's a chunk of his life, and you know the character model stays the same, and you know blah blah blah. Here's just one mission, one point in his life. No, I want to see his entire life. I want to see people come into his life, people come out. He loses good people. He kills, you know, people, and then those deaths reflect on him later on in the game. You know, I want to see how his life progresses from being this pirate to being this assassin to becoming an assassin, to becoming a nobleman, and you know raising Hatham, you know, which would lead on to AC4 and AC3 and beyond, you know, all that kind of stuff. I want to see a progressive character, one that grows as you play, one that changes physically as well as mentally. So that's in terms of voice acting performance. I want to see AC2, like the structure and the in-depth character arc of AC2 back in Assassin's Creed, and it's seriously been lacking in my opinion. But yeah, I really do want to see that stuff, and it's great. You know, you could seriously get away with doing a lot in this pirate game, in this pirate world, with that kind of story arc as he grows older, and you know the world events come in and come out, and you see how they affect him and all the rest of it. And yeah, that's what I really want. If anything, in terms of story, I just want to see an in-depth growth story. We see him from early youth as a pirate, and he gets older, and he becomes an assassin, and he gets older. Maybe not like Ezio Revelation style of older, but you see a physical change, you see a big change from the beginning and the end of the game, and that's the one thing that AC3 was missing, in my honest opinion. Like there are a few things embedded in between, but in a way you could almost reflect it back. Like his character, his ideals didn't really change throughout, whereas this time around I want his ideals to change. I want his views to change, and all the rest of it, from the pirate life to the assassin life, and the way that balances in this world as he kills a Templar while at the same time he's plundering, you know, the ship in typical pirate fashion. You know, I want to see that conflict, and according to the devs, that they are delivering it. So, in the end, yeah, great. But again, they say they're going to deliver it, but are they? Because they've made many, you know, commitments and said they were going to do this, that, and the other, and like you're going to feel like this. But in the end, it just didn't deliver to the standard, really. Or maybe my standard's too high. I'm not too sure, but. But yeah, I really want to see this, a really good progressive character arc, and you see him grow. That's what I want from the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag story. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call this one there. I'll probably do another story one at some point, looking at other elements like the world, for example, and other characters as more information is revealed. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And tell me what you want from an AC3 story. AC4 Assassin's Creed Black Flag story. I really do want to hear it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe, and I will see you in the next one. Love you all, guys. Wayne out. Peace!
I know you're there, Ezio! The Pope told me about you and your little group of assassins. And this! Give me the gun his friend fashioned for us! We've had too much bloodshed. I think a cleansing is in order. So consider this an invitation from my family to yours!